Hello world and various aliens. I have returned. Not that my absence was even discovered. Anyway, I haven't played this game for over half a year probably. I'm not sure. So today is going to be an exercise in butt clenching because I do not remember shit. Well, I mean, I probably remember shit, but not the important shit. Yeah. I probably don't remember controls at all, which is going to suck because we are in bookstore that was broken into, that was breaked into, and there will probably be more eldritch monsters around. I very much doubted that the Shambler or whatever the creature was that we defeated previously was the last one, or indeed that it was the last that we saw of him. So yeah. Anyway, let's just jump into it. So here we have some hands and bones and manuscripts. Wonderful. I think I won't be trying to describe what I remember from previous episodes, because if you are indeed watching this video, you probably watched previous ones, so you are up to speed.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Right? Can we actually read it? Because I don't remember. I don't think we can. Anywho. Nice. This is bookstore and I'm a little bit... what is the word? Peeved that I can't check all the books. I think they even changed the covers, like in previous house we at least had some titles to read, but now it's just some like Clone Saga
Freud's
books.
The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
I will probably get a skill point from this, right? This practical work written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. I wonder if they will try a twist that all of this is a dream. Probably not. Medicine? Really? Don't we have literally something like psychology? Yeah, we do have psychology, so why... No, whatever. Fine, be medicine. It's probably a reflection from inside, right? Do we see anything outside? No. No Easter eggs. That tree though is creepy. Also, I have a mosquito in my room which flies around in front of my monitor, so I am scared, but because of that, not because of the game, which is also a little bit scary. Linguistics. Do we have any linguistics? So the issue I'm having is I'm not sure where I should go, because the golden rule of gaming, if you are supposed to go somewhere, you are to check side rooms. Is that another lantern, or is that... It's probably another lantern. Darkwater history. I love old books. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled in the island during the 17th? What? That's the first time I see it written like this. 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They were very creative back then. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. Yes, good start, good start. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. This is probably a typo, right? Probably. Okay, let's check that side room. You know what this reminds me of? That creepy museum from the previous chapter. So I'm a little bit worried that that is going to be the case. Nice, nice. Very... how should I put it? Uplifting. I have no idea what... well, I guess I do have an idea, but... I'm very bad with anatomy. Now that I believe is a monkey skeleton. Because it's not quite human, right? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Huh. I can't check this container. Shame. More monkeys. Oh, the goblet. The grail. That cannot be clicked at. Alright, so... secrets. Volume 4. Oh, that's actually... a sequel. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was favorite refuge for cetaceans. Does that mean crabs? Lobsters? In 1847, reading hard numbers harder, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Yes, Cthulhu. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. How did this happen? Like, what the fuck? Maybe there were two. Maybe there was Cthulhu and there was some other thing, and Cthulhu beat up the other thing, and the other thing was weakened. And as we established, people in this on this island eat Cthulhu flesh and oil and burn it, and that's why we are in this situation. What is this? Humani cor lufrucum. My Latin is even worse than English. Ooh. They were hiding oil from me. Now this oil, it's for this, right? I not only did I never used it because the game is lit sufficiently, but I also don't see the oil actually dripping down from that meter in the bottom right corner, so I'm not sure it even plays any role. Chess? No chess puzzles. Can we flex our chess muscles? No, probably not. I believe White King is in trouble. And I believe... No, he can escape. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Wait, no. There is no White King, that's a queen, right? Because I see... Black King, I believe. Or is that a queen? Does not matter. Is not relevant to the story in the slightest. I was here. Some brain in the bottle. Upside down brain, no less. I will probably have to go there, right? What do we have here? Airships. Nice, nice. So we have biology and mythology. Breviary of Medicine. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medicinal knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. And our medicine increased even further. Oh, what do we have here?
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
This is the first time I hear about it. These Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the texts of his work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the Nameless Bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. So, my non-existent viewers, I would appreciate if you let me know if this is something that actually exists, or if this appears in Cthulhu mythology, or if this is just something completely made up. I'm gonna bet on something completely made up because our occultism was increased. So atmospheric. Okay, nothing in here. More drawings. There they hide it. Hello. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection. As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformations and motor disorders. Nice, nice. Anything else? Yes. A hidden book. Well, our sanity is actually I remember there was an issue with our sanity because we read everything that we could and we saw some shit. But we are a brave investigator, so we are going to read it because we are also very curious.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I had never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth. Without giving the details on the mythology to which it refers, its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. I'm gonna be honest with you, the illustrations are fairly like, what should I call it? Vanilla. Okay, our occultism increased, and our sanity I think is still good, but it will affect our destiny in whatever form. Oh! Did you see? My oil actually decreased. This is fine, because I can refill it. Here, we are min-maxing. Oh. I don't like the idea of turning my back towards the door, but I don't believe this is the sort of game that would punish me for it, so... wasn't there a crouch? Yes, there was. What is that? Arkham Anthology. Okay. Probably some Batman stories.
What happened here?
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Well, that's quite obvious, right?
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Or zombie work. So now what? Should I follow the blood? Ah. What do we have here?
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Could be a woman. But probably man.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Perhaps the rune on the safe just blew him in the face. I like to see my skills paying off. I cannot inspect anything in here, probably because nothing happened there. Okay. Really, just painting, nothing else? Alright. Dead creatures.
All these animals?
Mystery.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Well, if he got blasted by that, he is probably hurt.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Is this oil? Oh no. What is happening?
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Ha! Get wrecked. Our librarian knows how to deal with you.
Looks
Good,
like
good.
The symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
What? Okay.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Really? Okay. Oh, come on.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Well, I mean, not really, right? This is quite obvious. And if someone else and not Cthulhu mutant tried to access it, like me, for example, they could have probably stolen it easily. Alright. So you are probably want me to access this, right? Right, but first I'm going to investigate this room. Some books on alchemy. For example. See this? You see this? It's probably a hidden room or something. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. Ooh, cool. Really? Nothing inside? Thank you.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Including me? Did I ever use them actually?
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Who knows? Key of Rylech file. Is it Rylech? This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. Is it psyche? Probably it is. It is in the form of cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones, GOO, as they are commonly known, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins, that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Alright. So is it really going to be here?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Jesus. A puzzle. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. Well, that's good. Obviously. We wouldn't want to be unable to read it, I guess. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. Alright. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality. Let's hope. In order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads those lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Life and study. Some sort of amphitheater? What? Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, of course, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of Mascatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this presents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. Game, are you going to tell me where to look now? Now, I have seen cylinders like this, for example, right? But it looks like it's not the case, Oh my god.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Really, was that it? I mean, I remember biology and mythology here, so like life and whatever he was saying. Come on. Clues. No. Maybe. What? Case. Then this. No. No, not yet. No. No. I refuse. For those not in the known, I tried to put a timer to shorten my episodes to appease the algorithm gods, but fuck it. No one is going to watch this anyway. Where life and study combine in the Greek world. So, biology, mythology. Really? That was that? Let's hope not.
Arkham editions. Never heard of
him. Written by Hermes Trismegistus. Totally real name. Translated and edited by Nathaniel. Is that how Nathaniel is written? M. Coppelius. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and supernatural. Nice. What? I did not get anything out of it? Really? Yeah, no.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. Well, this is not, how should I put it, encouraging, I guess, because I am not 18 years old, and I'm also a writer, and nothing has been published yet. Well, I mean, short story was published, but by mistake. I should hurry my ass up. Right, I read it already. Azathoth and Other Horrors. Yes, World of Warcraft. The biggest of horrors.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Isis Unveiled, a book of esoteric philosophy and a key text in Madame Blavatsky, Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology. Right.
Arkham Editions? Never heard of them.
Really? We are going to repeat it each time? The Key of Solomon, a book of spells supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals, of course. Re-edition by Claudia D. Waits, racist, based on L.W. de Lorentz original. Right. Totally legit.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Massa di Requiem per Shagging, opera in 8 acts by Benvenuto Chieti, Brodighera, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. Is this true? Maybe. Who knows? I'm not very educated.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Whitebridge. Nostradamus is real, that I know.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
The rest of these books I haven't heard of yet. An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. Okay. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of these people, and moreover, that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language. Do Frisians exist?
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends, written by Albert Wilmart, professor at Miskatonic University. Okay. So what did we learn here, aside from there being a bunch of books? I mean, I discovered cylinders. I know there is a gramophone somewhere there that I can listen to them, but did anything else unlock? What is this, for example? What is this? 20,000 League Under Seas. Okay. Okay, so let's risk it. Oh, chess.
Things are not looking good.
Are you sure, though? I mean, aside from King completely missing. Anyway. Let's listen to the first one. Right?
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Really? So it's really a Grail? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess... I guess the Grail is just like another word for chalice, right? I mean, or goblet, right? Well, I mean, probably not goblet because that's something like a trophy, maybe. I'm not sure.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I was right, it's a queen, not a king. And my ramblings about the Grail is to be understood as it's not the Grail, like Holy Grail, but just some Grail. Like you, for example, would have several cups for coffee, right? Or mugs, as it is commonly known.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, so Warcraft it is. I'm not going to check on this just yet. I probably should, but Azeroth is fresh in my
Drake
memory.
talked about a particular volume.
Right. Now what? I can't do shit. Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Only 18 years old. Edward Pickman Derby. Okay. Okay. So let's check on chessboard and the Grail.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motive? I mean, I guess it looks like, right? I hope this is not a hard puzzle. Okay, I see the pattern. Wherever it will be used, who knows. And chessboard.
The Queen has little protection.
Aye, but she's badass, so.
The Queen has little protection.
Okay. I guess we are on a quest to find glowy things. Or maybe I should just check. I don't want to get blasted though. The pills were restocked. That is good to see. So should I like remember what the position of the queen
The
is?
Queen has little protection.
What is that? Assuming this here is the beginning, right? Then the queen is on B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B5. Am I correct? Let me know in the comments that I don't know how chessboards work.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Rubies and sapphires. Really? You are not mentioning the green ones, emeralds? I mean, yes. I guess I have to check on on the safe itself and see what is needed. But before that,
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in
1908,
his message.
18 years old. Okay. I actually have no idea. Order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Must admit that reason usually prevails in the end, if by chance a person could say security and sharp as mine. You bastard can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combinations are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Is numbered even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. A cylinder meant to be listened to by using a phonograph. I found it in the Nameless Bookstore. The message, although obscure, might contain important information. So he has here like 1, 2, 3, right? But he says that disorder is imagination. So do we know if it actually has like R? No, that's not what we want. Okay. I'm gonna listen to them again.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So it just talks about the Grail. It doesn't actually give you any clue about the Grail.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Again, only talking about the chessboard, not actually any clues. Like maybe when he's talking about protecting the queen and the last people standing, maybe like number of the white pieces that remain, except the queen, because they are protecting the queen.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Is it really this stupid? Like number of rubies, number of pieces, and volume 9? Surely not. Surely not. Number of white pieces is 3 beside the queen, right?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Yeah, so everyone outside of the queen, so that's 3 pieces, right? That are still on the chessboard, that are not discarded. And then
The
rubies.
chalice of knowledge.
Here is the line that is probably used to number them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rubies, 3 pieces, 9 volumes, right? Hold on, he even says like how many volumes are
What
there.
did Drake say about
So
this
that's
collection?
9,
Drake talked about a particular volume.
7.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking
4,
about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
8,
Drake talked about a particular
6,
volume. So these are the volumes that
1,
Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this
3,
collection? Drake talked about a particular
2.
volume.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is one missing. Huh. So maybe it's not the volume he talked about, but the one that is missing? Did we find it somewhere else? I don't recall finding it anywhere else, right? One of it covered the Blavatsky or whatever the name was of the woman, but huh. Actually, here is one, right? 5. So that's 9, 4, 7, 8.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his
6,
message.
1, 3.
What did Drake say about this
2.
collection?
So that's 5 that I cannot reach? Really? But 5 is the number of rubies. Alright. So there are 5 rubies, 3 chess pieces, and volume 9 I want to say, because he talks about volume 9 and it's simple riddle, it's not, I don't think it's very complex. But order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, organized chaos, I must admit, that reason usually prevails in the end. Organized chaos. 1, 2, 3. So first one is about rubies, the second one about chess, and the third one is about books. So what I consider, right, maybe it is shuffled. Maybe second one is first because it's like, maybe it's raising numbers, right? Because it is disorder, right? But also it's reasonable that numbers are rising, usually prevails in the end. Okay, he says that it usually prevails, so let's not try anything else. Let's try ruby, chess, and book. So we have 5 rubies, we have 3 chess pieces, and we have volume 9. Oh, come on. I was overthinking it way hard. And jump scare. And Cthulhu face. And the painting is moving. Oh no. I can see you. That's underwater, right? Yeah. Alright. We are dealing with underwater Sauron. And we are jumping to our next chapter, which, you know, it is a good place to end the episode, so goodbye.